Okay, Mr. Clerk, our final recipient this morning.
Our final presentation commends Ōlelo Community Media for 30 years of service to the community as a media access provider. This presentation is made by Council Members Ozawa and Kobayashi.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Councilmember Ozawa.
Thank you. The Honolulu City Council takes great pride in celebrating outstanding contributions of community-based organizations and is extremely pleased to help mark the start of a year-long celebration by honoring and recognizing Ōlelo Community Media for 30 years of service in commemoration of National Free Speech Week. Let's give them a round of applause. Ōlelo Community Media broadcasts community programming on high-quality distribution equipment, not only with cable providers here on Oahu, but also 24/7 on the internet. Its evolution and expansion has allowed them to better serve the diversity of our unique island community. And with us today and we're going to recognize them, and at the end of that, we'll give them all a round of applause. But usually they're behind the cameras or behind the scenes, but now they're in front. So I got to say, it's probably a different experience for you guys. So we'll go slow here. But Sanford, Inouye, President and CEO. Jack Bates. Alyssa Coloma. Charisse Ferreira. Neil Rivera. John Wong. And Todd Yamamoto. Let's give them all a round of applause again, individually. I'd like to now yield the floor to Councilmember Ann Kobayashi.
Thank you, Councilmember Ozawa. In 1989, Ōlelo Community Media became Oahu's nonprofit public education and government access provider, created to empower the voice of the community. It has since grown to become one of the premier community access operations in the nation. With its mission of strengthening island voices and advancing community engagement through innovative media, Ōlelo Community Media helps empower people to educate, entertain, and inform the community by sharing their stories through innovative technology, including state-of-the-art video equipment, studios, and facilities. Guided by its core values of teamwork, integrity, and aloha, Ōlelo helps facilitate meaningful dialogue and increase participation in civic life. Ōlelo Community Media provides access to media training, production facilities, and airtime on its cable and online outlets to deliver non-commercial programming without the costs and constraints of traditional television. Over 5,000 hours of locally produced programs for Oahu residents, nonprofit organizations, and government agencies are cablecast on Ōlelo's channels annually. Ōlelo programming addresses community issues by broadcasting programs from individuals and organizations and state and city government proceedings, and includes other types of broadcasts such as cultural celebrations and parades. I will now yield the floor back to Councilmember Ozawa.
Thank you, Councilmember Kobayashi. From a small one-room office in the late 1980s, Ōlelo Community Media has grown into 6 media centers around the island. Its neighborhood-based media service centers provide convenient access to its services across Oahu. With 6 centers on the Waianae Coast, North Shore, Windward Side, and East Honolulu to accommodate nearby residents from Keiki to Kupuna. Ōlelo provides the equipment, facilities, and services to empower their voices by sharing their stories on cable television. And it's free. Also well known for its youth programs, Ōlelo Community Media offers a year-round student video training, as well as other youth programs at all 6 locations. Programs include Youth Capital Commentary, where teams of Ōlelo's trained youth interview legislators on opening day for the cablecast on Ōlelo. and the state's largest statewide student video competition. Youth Exchange, now in its 16th year, receives nearly 1,000 entries annually from schools across the state. Now, on behalf of the people of the City and County of Honolulu, the Honolulu City Council takes great pride in celebrating and honoring Ōlelo Community Media and congratulates them on 30 years of service to the community. The Council further extends its heartfelt gratitude to the Ōlelo Community Media staff, Board of Directors, and countless volunteers for their dedicated and selfless service to our communities through their tireless efforts to advance civic and community engagement for all. Thank you for your work.
Let's give them. Final round of applause for the recipients. This concludes our Honorary Certificate program. Please join me in thanking Scotty Furushima, Kaipoa Singh, and Adama Singh from the Royal Hawaiian Band who provided this morning's entertainment. Members, if you can stick around, we're going to do some photographs for those who weren't able to take part in the earlier festivities. Okay? Members, stick around. Thank you, everyone.